dispatched the Riders in Regina to secure a home playoff date for our beloved Leos. So let's celebrate it and dissect it, take a look at it. Next up on the 3 Down Bros.
All right.
Leo's Legion, it is your 3 Down Bros, Roland, Arthur, and Greg here after the final regular season game. And yours, ours, everybody's beloved BC Lions have secured a home playoff date, and we are ready. I'll tell you what, at the beginning of this game, top of the game, or whatever you want to call it, my pregame thoughts was it's playoff football. It usually says win or go home. To me, it was win and be home, and the Lions did it, albeit a little ugly. I wasn't so sure, but hey, they gutted it out. A great performance from a line we shall be naming later. He got it started with a big old bang, but let's see what other high-level thoughts are here from brother Roland.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Well, first of all, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Man, that was fun. But yeah, if you're online with us during the live stream, please feel free to type in the chat. Almo89 says, "Let's pack the dome." Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Doman deserves our tickets for this game. So let's do that. Daniel says, "Hey guys, hey Daniel, nice to see you tonight." So yeah, my high level thoughts. We started with a big bang, and then we slowed down. We slowed down completely, and we're making lots of mistakes. And I was thinking, oh no, are we gonna lay an egg? But you know, we managed to hang in there. We made some adjustments halftime, and then second half. Albeit, you know, with their non-first stringers, we kept going, and we managed to eke out a win. So that was nice. Lots more thoughts later, but that was my initial thoughts. Well-deserved win for Doman, and yeah, I'm really excited for a home playoff game. Who would have thought, a couple of months ago, that we would be hosting a playoff game? But that's where we're at. So really exciting. Arthur.
Yeah, I'm not gonna overanalyze one game in 82. Other teams in the last couple of weeks have had fairly easy matchups against backups, whatever. So they all count for playoff positioning. And the Lions, you know, took advantage of the situation they had, and they were able to get a win. Now, though some of these other teams, they had ugly wins as well, but they all count.
Yeah.
So we were in a predicament where we needed this win, ugly or otherwise. We prefer an easy win to send a message.
Yes.
And make a statement, right? That's Greg's thing, is make a statement. But and I agree with him. Yeah, I would have loved
Whoa, wait, what did he say?
What did he say? Make a statement. Make a statement. You know, like, well, actually, there's things that we can't say on air. Good things, but just, you know, things we can't say on air. But it's not fair to Greg. But anyways, so successful year, and going in 6 straight wins, all these wins in the fall. And you guys know, in the last couple of years, I just say, hey, the CFL, man, you just need to get hot at the end, hot after Labor Day, and you're going to be trending well into playoffs. So let's see what happens. This can be just a classic CFL, typical CFL, where situation where you're hot into the playoffs and you can do a ton of damage.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that will be the case this year with our Lions.
Yeah.
Oh, hope so.
Let me read some comments. Daniel says, everyone on media says the refs won us the game. Your comments on that, Daniel says, it was a lucky win to be honest, but we won. I think the main one was that early whistle, right? The early whistle that should have been a touchdown for the Saskatchewan defense. Yeah, we did get lucky with that one. That's my thought. But you know, had that been a touchdown, would we have lost? Because we only won by how many points? 6 points, right? Who knows? Maybe they, maybe they would not have been as conservative on the last couple drives if they were still behind. So we might have still won. It's hard to tell, right? It's hard
Well,
to
I
tell.
think that missed call. I mean, I'm gonna take that one forever and whine about it. That missed face mask on Nathan that got them their first sack or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
We punched that in. That changed the complexion. Maybe they leave Harris in longer. Maybe they leave Ouellette in. They had nothing to play for other than, like Arthur said, making a statement to let BC know that, hey, we're here. This is our house. You're going to be coming back here if you're lucky enough, and we're going to let you know. But, they missed that call. And, we were playing catch up a little bit or just trying to keep pace. And I don't know. It's about time, like Arthur's been telling us from the get-go, as long as we get the calls come playoff time. And, we got a couple lucky calls, but that's fine. The media can say what the media says, right?
Okay, so I will say this. Remember that fumble? And I was like, Betts picks up the ball.
Yeah.
No one was on top of him. So they blew it dead. And he was running. He ran into the end zone. They blew it dead. No controversy. I don't know why. But no one was on top of him. He was on top of people grabbing the ball. He gets up. No one touches him.
Well, he was touching. Okay, I'll play the devil's advocate. So, we'll see the replay later because I have this queued up.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll save my point till later.
All right, but he's touching somebody, but not someone. No one's on top of him.
Yeah.
No, and his knee wasn't down. I believe he kind of came in and just bent over and picked up the ball. But yes, his leg makes contact with guys in the pile. But I'd have to
grabbing the ball.
Yeah, because do we check the rule book on that? Because I mean, he's not down by contact; he's contact by running into the pile. I don't know. Yeah.
It's okay. Well,
anyways,
let's save that when we see.
Okay, so the second lucky call, I guess, with Greg was it the PI challenge? Is that your second lucky call? Well, the first one is obviously the fumble with Hatcher. What's the second lucky call?
What was it? Yeah, I was watching that highlight. The one, where they challenged
pass interference.
But on TJ Lee, right? I mean, TJ's like this, and I mean, a lot of times when you do that, you're kind of guilty. But it was a leg tangle, just like it was in the home game against who did we play against at home?
It was a little bit of a shoulder bump. That was it.
Yeah, but I was thinking, oh gosh, that's going to go against us like it always does.
So again, we've seen that call not get called on Lions receivers.
Yep.
And we've seen that call this year multiple times being called on our Lions DBs.
And the softest way is accidental. That's the one that got called in the home game against who did we play last week?
Yeah, I mean,
Edmonton.
It's countless times.
Yeah.
We've had so many episodes in these 17 prior games where we're like, oh, officiating. Like, we're not catching a break. So that one, and if I look at it, he runs toward TJ. He fakes out. So TJ's turning to face out. And then he reverses and goes in, bumps his shoulder.
Yeah.
And then he goes and then he dives for the ball.
Yeah. It was just a light tap. It wasn't like a significant bump. So
But I would say, I could argue, is the Saskatchewan receiver initiated that because he faked out, then going in.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm like go in front of if I'm a receiver, I go in front of a DB and I'm like zigzagging, I'm gonna hit the DB. I mean, if I fall down, I mean, they shouldn't call that, and that's what I thought it is. So,
but he didn't fall. He
fell.
Oh, he did.
He was trying to catch the ball, and then
that was like a few steps after the
yeah. But he didn't fall from the initial rub.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, hey, we've had so many bogus calls go against us.
Yeah.
Even in those early Saskatchewan games, like bad calls. So you know what? That's not the reason why Saskatchewan lost the game.
Yeah.
Because still lots of time left. I mean, if it's in the last minute and there's no chance, the face mask, and that's when Greg said that. That was blatant. But anyways.
Yeah. All right. So let me read another comment. Daniel says face mask, almost says the face mask was huge. Earlier on, Daniel said, were the Lions trying not to show as much of their strategy last night? So at the beginning of the game, we were talking about that before it started. Art asked me what I think, right? And I was thinking, if I were calling the plays, I would probably go plain vanilla in the first half And if we were ahead, then that's it. I'm not going to show anymore. If I were in charge, right? But
Yep.
if we were behind, then I'll start, taking the place out. And we were behind, so I don't know if I don't know if they were. I think they probably were, going all out at that point because they needed to win. Right? I don't know. That's what I think.
At worst, how many points were we behind? At
5.
worst.
Was it 10 at one point, or was I?
No, it was 6-0, 7-6,
9-7,
9-7,
10-10 because we got a
we
single.
had a lead, 10-7, and then they got a touchdown with and then they got another single point, and then so it was like, I think it was within a touchdown.
Okay. I think it was 18-10 maybe at the most.
Yeah.
And then we made it 18-13. That's right. Yeah. So it was like 18-10.
All right.
I don't think anyone's like desperation mode.
Yeah.
Yet.
Now, one thing we were just okay. Let me read one more comment from Almo. I noticed Benny was rushing 3 and dropping guys back on many occasions. We haven't done that as much since we got Levi Bell and a better pass rush. Thoughts?
They were quick. We talked about this, right, Roland? They're doing quick passing game. They're running and doing quick passing game. So even if you rushed 4 or 5 with Harris, you weren't getting to him because he's just really finding someone quick. And he was very decisive.
Yeah, 2-3 steps and then the ball's out.
Boom.
Especially
if that was. I mean, he was in shotgun already. He's like, receive the snap, look, and throw. Like,
so if you give him a steady of 4 and 5 man pressure, it's just going to be someone open quick. So if you rush 3, it just throws him off a little. Yeah. It's probably not a recipe for success for the Lions because they do need pressure on the quarterback to get in his grill a bit. Of course, they got to Mayer, but that's a completely different quarterback.
Yeah. And I noticed that the rushing 3 was usually on second down. First down usually was at least 4. And then towards the end of the game, on second and long, we would blitz. So
there was a lot of blitzing.
Yeah,
and I think there was time they rushed it. They rushed 6 or 7, right? We're like, whoa,
that was nice. It was near the end when we needed to get the ball back.
I was like, was that the third down?
I can't remember.
You like that, Roland? I was like, oh man, they're sending everybody.
Yeah, and Daniel says, anyhow, guys, we are hosting a playoff game. Who would have guessed this back in August? Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. That's why it was such a big win. And on our post, because we tagged Saskatchewan, so a lot of Riders fans comment on our social media posts, and they say, don't get so happy, that you were playing against our second strings, and maybe there's some truth in that, but we're happy because we never expected this, right? They turned the season around. So for us to host a playoff game, to end second, and to kind of have be in control of our destiny, that's a huge win. And so that's the biggest thing that I took. But the other thing too is that in a way this worked out better. We were just talking before the show, because potentially the Riders might be a little bit confident, thinking, hey, if we can keep it close and almost beat the Lions with our second stringers, there's going to be an easy win.
Yep.
That might be what they're thinking. And then on our side, the Lions, we're not taking anything for granted because, it wasn't our best game and we just eked out a win. So we better, go and study all the mistakes that we did and, bring our A game if we get to play them 2 weeks from now. So from that perspective, I think it worked out well.
Yeah, I agree with you, Roland. I think that's the best case scenario, really. If the Lions wasted on them like 50-12, that's what Greg would want, right?
I'd have been happy.
Yeah,
because I hate Saskatchewan. Sorry, Wayne. Is Wayne on? I'm sorry, Wayne. I
haven't seen Wayne yet.
Okay, all right.
So, I mean, the Lions would be super overconfident.
Yeah.
And then, somewhat very confident, or very overconfident, and then the Riders would be really upset. And we don't need to give them more motivation. I'm sure they're going to play 100% anyways. But
Did they rest any defensive starters? I was just curious.
I mean, how many starters can you really rest?
Yeah, that's what they said because they pulled out. So I mean, not rested, but did they take out any defensive starters?
But you only have
Yeah.
certain amount of players on your
Yeah.
roster.
I
Yeah,
think they went through everyone who dressed, I think. But
Again, is how many can you reasonably? How many
Yeah.
players can you reasonably take out of the lineup that are difference makers? So like, what I knew was Harris for sure, Ouellette, and they took out Thurman. But how many more core starters did they take out? It's not like they took out 20 players. Let's be honest, right?
Nope.
They didn't take out 20 players. So it's probably somewhere in the middle. Maybe Wayne can tell how many.
Yeah, Wayne, come on line, come on
all
line.
right. So Blake says, "Hey gents, hey Blake, nice to see you again." Daniel asks, "Don't you guys have to agree? We have to play so much better, especially against Harris. He will pick us apart if we are not ready." Yeah, absolutely. Harris was on point, and we'll go through the highlights in a bit. But from the highlights, I only saw like one bad mistake on his part. So for the most part, he was zoned in. So we gotta bring our A game when we play against him.
We have to bring our A game, and we got to bring it right away. I mean, bringing
Yes.
the A game and taking 10 minutes to get going with it, that's not going to help. They got to start right away.
Yeah.
Defensively, they got to start the way the offensive started this game.
Yeah. So Blake says we should thank the CFL for gifting us a home play. We touched on this before you came on, Blake. It was a lucky call that whistle, but there's no guarantee that they would have won even if that touchdown had stuck.
How many gifts did the Winnipeg
Yeah.
Blue Bombers get over the past 5-6 years?
Yeah.
How many
Like
do they
lucky
still
call.
get?
Sorry?
Let's be honest. How many do they still get?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, some of the games they eked out this year,
Oh,
it was
sorry.
a whistle here, whistle there.
Okay, Blake says that was sarcasm, by the way. Okay. All right.
All right, fair enough.
All right. Fair. All right. Let's take a look at
Hold
some
the whole
some-
thing, Blake. Come
some
on, man.
highlights.
Just own the comment, Blake.
Some
Own
highlights.
it.
So, first offensive play, Greg was in heaven.
Oh yeah.
He was. Yeah,
Right.
couldn't get much better.
Well,
than
I
that.
mean, come on. Let's give a little bit of context. We as the Bros were talking about, number 19 and where he was going into the game, and I've always thought he just needs a shot to be the feature receiver, the first read, and maybe this was the game, like you guys said, they're going to shut down Hatcher and McInnes, right? Maybe that's the next alternative.
Yeah.
I was saying he needed 100 yards. I
Yeah.
wanted him to get 100 yards in this game, so he can maybe get into the top 15 receiving overall.
Yeah. So
He must have heard you, man. He must have heard you.
we start off the game with a bang. One play touchdown, first offensive drive, and even the announcer is saying, "Oh, we're continuing. The Lions are continuing their hot streak."
Yep.
But unfortunately, that was not a continuation of a streak. That was just a one play, because
That was a nice throw too.
yeah. What Daniel says, first play, I can't remember when the Lions did this. I've seen it before. That's a long time ago, right? When we used to open up and get a touchdown. But yeah, so this one here, it kills me, right? So the Saskatchewan is marching up, and they finally get to a goal line. And look at this. This absolutely kills me.
Ah.
This right here. Like,
He's got a white glove and white sleeves.
like when the game counts like this, you can't make stupid mistakes like that. So it just gets me. Anyway, so Saskatchewan gets a touchdown out of this, and then I put this one here. This was the subsequent return, and McGee gets a 34-yard return, kickoff return. So that's pretty good.
I was
Sure.
almost happy.
Yeah, this is for you, Greg. This is for you. Blake says, so even if that touchdown stands, then it's 25-13 Riders. The Lions scored shortly after to make it hypothetically 25-20. Riders kick a field goal, so 28-20. Lions scored in the fourth and get to it's 28-28. Yeah, that's why it's hard. Yeah, absolutely. it's hard to say that they would have won had that touchdown stuck, right? Okay, so this one here, this play is a Hatcher with a 25-yard catch. Blake says, and we have the ball last, and I trust White to make a field goal to win it. Yeah, that's what I said for the Ottawa game too. Right?
Mr. Automatic, yes.
Okay.
Blake,
right.
what happened on that on the first 1-point convert?
That
what happened?
I was just going to say that, Arthur. Yes.
I know. So I don't know. I used to say he's Mr. Automatic, but now I'm maybe not 100%. Maybe I'm like down to 90% confidence. All right. So this Hatcher sets this up, and then Work gets sacked here. So
yes, the face mask, the mysterious face mask.
Yeah,
I cringed.
So first of all, I want to show you how look at how much space he has inside that pocket. Like this happens so much the whole first half, right? Like there's absolutely no room. Like this gets me, right, because the O line should be setting it up so that it's like this. You know, the tackles need to push the defensive ends outwards, but they're losing that battle. The defensive ends are pushing them inwards.
And John Allen still needs to. He's got some rust. That's a lot of penetration.
And there's no space. Like what are you gonna do? I mean, you got no space. Okay, and then this was right there. There was a hand right here on his face mask.
Yep.
Carney. Yeah.
And then how many games do we get? Oh, that's contact to the head. Face mask or not, that is still contact to a quarterback's head. That's the rule.
Yeah. So
replay center has got to call that in.
Yeah. Well, okay. Our very first episode, I called out Monsieur Betts. Remember, because he slapped that quarterback in the head as he went by.
Yeah.
And we got dinged on it. 15 yards. No different here. That's a hand. That's a slap to the face, the grill of Rourke. No
and it looks like he tugged at the face mask
because his head went down.
Yeah.
It got pulled, and then actually he tripped as a result of that too. So. But anyway, it wasn't called. So, but like you said, right? So we get some calls, we don't get some calls. You know, it's adversity. We got to play through adversity. So this is one of those. So
that's Saskatchewan 31. We kick the field goal, but instead that's first down on the 16-yard line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And after that, we don't know what'll happen, but I like our chances.
Yeah. So anyway, the next play I want to show you here is this was the one blemish on that I saw in the highlights. Oops, the one blemish on Harris. So this was a pass, and he just lost the handle there. So there was no pressure in his face. At first, we thought that maybe it was batted down on the line, but no, there was nothing. It just left his hand wrong, and the ball was fluttering.
Yeah.
So I show that here because you know, yes, we got to bring our A game if we face them 2 weeks from now, but he's not perfect. You know, he's got weaknesses. We got to take advantage of that. Right? Yeah. All right. Next one is 28-yard pass to McInnes. Daniel says, if we got the guys, yes, absolutely. We gotta focus on Calgary first. But you know, if we manage to win Calgary, then we have things that we know we gotta do against Saskatchewan.
Win.
Yeah, Warren says win. Yes.
Yeah, we're just responding to all this talk about we can't beat them with their backup. I mean, only we can only beat them with their backups, right? So it's
Yeah.
all this chatter.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost says, how do you defend against Harris if he's getting rid of the ball so quickly? And that's pretty much his bread and butter. I don't know if that's his bread and butter. I think that was the game plan. Because if I
Well,
look
it's
at
called self-preservation because they don't want him hit.
yeah,
That's all.
if we look at that first, I think okay, I when I was putting these clips together, I was looking at this. Let me just get the play-by-play here. On the first drive, a lot of their gains, either whether run or passes, were like 4, 5, 6, 7 yards. So really short, short routes, right? So he can get it out quickly. And Daniel says put pressure on him more quickly, but it's hard. Even if we're gonna pressure it, the ball's gone by the time we get there. It's like 1-2 out, right? 1-2 steps and it's out. So that first drive ending in a touchdown, it was like the longest pass was like I think 8 yards. Oh no, 11. But most of the others were like really short, right? So that was the first drive. The second drive, it was starting to stretch out a little bit more on their second drive. So I'm guessing that was game planned, Almo. I don't know if that's his that's the way he plays. Warren says it's Jim, by the way. Oh, hey Jim. Not sure why YouTube is showing a different name. Okay, yeah, probably just in your account settings.
No, it's the chat is the what do you call your account name versus your display name. So it's two different names. And it happens.
Yeah.
Unless you're on your burner account, Jim. Just saying.
But what I would say is, I mean, it's a trade-off, right? If we know that Harris is going to dink and dunk, then we gotta our DBs have to press up against the receivers, right? Not give them so much space.
Yep.
But then we open up the risk of the deep ball, right? So it's all give and take, right? So that's where our defensive play calls need to kind of take the appropriate risks as well. That's what I think. Art, what do you think?
Well, you're gonna mix it up, right? Sometimes you flood that zone, but I think Muller's probably pretty smart. You probably the Saskatchewan utilizes the waggle really effectively, right? So you're gonna have probably slots on both ends doing something similar, and they probably have a play where okay, if they're gonna flood two in your zone, then you take a little deeper, and the other guy cuts in, right? Because it's really more the 2-step drop, and then the waggle. I mean, the guy's probably 6, 7 yards downfield already, and then they're just turning in or out, right? So Harris will know, okay, if say boundaries, they're flooding the boundary, they'll go field, and then it's like, okay, this guy's gonna go in or out, and they just have a play, so he just throws it right away. Like, and then that's the second progression. If not, then they usually have Saskatchewan usually has a third guy coming in late, and then he kind of does a in or a dig right through the middle. So if you're going to flood one zone, you have to take away from somewhere, right? So it's probably the middle linebacker or one of the outside linebackers going to that one zone. Then something has to give when you do that, because so I'm sure they have like this scheme set up to counter that, but we just have to change it up. Like sometimes you send the safety there. Sometimes you send the Sam or the Will, depending on what side you're on, right? And sometimes you send the middle linebacker there just to mix it up, or you drop a D end. But you got to mix it up, and also you got to take your shots at getting pressure on Harris and put him on his back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because once you put him on his back, and they don't know where they attack, then that's where you got him. Well, of course, they're going to start to establish the run.
Yeah.
And if they can establish the run, then it creeps everybody up. Then their waggle will work. And then their waggle will probably hit 15 yards downfield, because we're so afraid of Ouellette, and then we're susceptible to play action.
Yeah.
So they're a good offense. and they're
They are.
well balanced, and they got
Yeah.
a great quarterback to execute that offense.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Um, Almo or Nathan says the first drive for Sask was 8 minutes. The rest of the night they dominated time of possession. Yeah, that's they they had very few big plays, right? They were concentrating on short, higher percentage plays. And at one point, I turned to Arthur saying we should be doing the same thing, right? Because we're our drives are stalling because the big plays are lower percentage. Well, the dink and dunks are higher percentage plays, and that's what they did, right? And that's why they dominated the time of possession. So yeah, we gotta mix it up. But that was their strategy. Now, if we went ahead, if we were up by 10 points, then maybe they'll do less dink and dunks, right? So that's something that our offense can do to help against that.
well, that's how Calgary beat them.
Yeah,
They got in a
exactly.
big lead. Um, this is yeah. VA was able to find his playmakers deep and burn them.
Yeah,
And then after you're down by 2 or 3 scores, they can't just keep running Ouellette. So they have to go deep. And then that plays into the Calgary D line, which is being very dominant earlier in the season.
yeah,
But in those games too, the Calgary O line gave VA the space, to
Oh,
use
yeah.
Roland's term, that he could stand there and wait until the deep play developed.
yes.
Yeah.
Rourke's got, like you said, Roland, less than a yard between
A yard
his
radius.
face
Yeah,
and his O lineman's helmet. I mean, come on.
yeah. So maybe
But
maybe
yeah,
maybe
go
that
ahead.
was our plan as well to go early and go the deep shots, but because our offensive line couldn't maintain the pocket, then it kind of fizzled out.
VA will have a deeper drop. Nate's drops a little bit more shallow because maybe he's trying to get rid of the ball quicker.
Yeah,
But maybe Saskatchewan at that yesterday was able to like take away a lot of his initial reads,
yeah,
like initial 1 or 2 or 3 reads.
yeah,
So he is scanning, and the pressure got to him. So I
yeah,
mean, Saskatchewan is a very very good team, and they're the best. They have the best record in the CFL for a reason.
yes,
And it's
So
annoying.
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
So
sorry, inside voice.
MM Booth says crazy and even little depressing. The Riders started 3 national backup receivers. Schaefer Baker was their only regular starter, yet they still were routinely open in our zone. Yeah. And not just that, the tackles. So many missed tackles.
Oh,
oh yeah,
So that's something that we really need to fix.
it
and
started looking like
Saskatchewan,
defense won
yeah.
Yeah.
before he turned the corner. They were late to react, slow to close, sloppy
Yeah.
to tackle.
The Riders have great receiver depth. Yeah, absolutely.
And they tackled really well.
Yeah.
Like first contact. Well, then it got away from them a little, but um, like um, like Aiden was able to break some tackles or deke them out, right, Greg?
Yeah, great footwork.
Yes. I got that highlight later.
I'm
So-
like, why is he okay? It worked, but I mean, like,
Tommy says, will BC start Schluger back at right guard? Una hasn't looked good.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
A lot of people. Although let's go back to the highlights. I do have one play where I thought Una did well. So just to put one positive for him.
Give some balance, right?
Well, I mean, one play. I don't know if it's enough to balance, but
That's a savage comment, man.
so here we're at Q2 in the first third of the second quarter, and Rourke gets sacked again. Yeah, again the pocket collapses, and he gets sacked. So our O line just was not working that first half. Nathan says Allen has been rusty too because he's missed so many games. Yeah,
Yep, 100%.
true. Then the next drive, this is next Saskatchewan drive. We were just talking about Schaefer Baker. This is one of those that drive. So and then followed by this back to back another Schaefer Baker catch. I mean that was thrown really well. Right. So that was thrown really well. Blake says Nathan has to get rid of that and at least let White try a field goal. Get rid of that. What's that? Oh, the taking a sack.
Football.
Yeah,
There was one time he He was sacked out. Yeah, out of field goal range.
Yeah, that last one. Yeah. It's yeah, because he's done it where he's broken free and got something. So he's learning. Yeah. Daniel says yes, guys, tackling needs work this week. Calgary running game has picked up again. Yeah. All right, and then this next one here. This is Harris getting out of the pocket. So it's a little bit pressure. He gets out of the pocket. And yeah. So these are the things we need to watch out for if we get, or when we see them again. Blake says we shut Mills down hard in two head-to-head meetings. Yeah. Tommy says Awe revenge game. Yes. Okay. This next one is an interception on Rourke. So I think he just didn't see Locombo. And
can you back it up to the start of the play? Yeah. Let's try to figure out where Locombo was. It's hard to see.
He may not be on screen here.
Yeah, looks like they're really playing. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, he's okay. Looks like I see one toe.
One toe, yeah.
One toe. I think they're playing cover 2.
Yeah,
and I think I see 2 toes. Two, yeah, one at one on the other side of the hash.
Yeah,
there's another toe. Yeah, so he's right there. I mean, he threw it right to him. Like that's a toe.
Yeah,
and it makes sense because. You can go. Yeah, you can run it.
Yeah, Warren says I was so confused on why he threw that ball.
I think he was feeling the heat. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
he could have thrown it short. Like I think it's Hatcher on the outside, and that's the first down right there.
This is Hatcher here.
Oh, here. So I'm sorry, on top. So it may have been Katoy, who's the guy on top.
Yeah.
At the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Right. I mean. I don't get it. I mean,
yeah.
Greg, you're gonna say.
Katoy, yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just saying. But like Roland says, he's got no space. Maybe he just can't see, or he's feeling the heat a little more than it was. He's feeling it a little earlier than it actually is there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's an open receiver.
Yeah,
who's on top there?
Yeah,
in the field, who's wide open?
Yeah, that's Katoy. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's all right. So we got picked, and then on the next drive, we get the pick back.
So Mayer's in at that point, right?
Yeah, Mayer's in at this point. This was his second play. Yeah. So we got the ball back. That's Finley, right?
Oh, just overthrew him.
Yeah. So, Tommy says dump off to Butler. So Butler was open too. Yeah.
I mean, he was protecting. He could have flared out, and yeah.
Yeah.
This higher percentage plays, right?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Daniel says Nathan is going to have to use his legs more against Saskatchewan if we play them. I think that is the only way to beat them offensively. Yeah. But yeah, I think first thing for that to happen, the O-line needs to give him a bit of space. Like if he's completely surrounded, it's going to be hard to break free. But yeah, I agree with you, Daniel. Okay, this next one is a 22-yard catch by Butler, or catch and run.
Okay, that was a bad tackle.
Yeah. So,
he went for his foot or something.
I'm showing this because I was looking at the stats. Every one of our receivers had at least one catch that was over 20 yards, or catch and run. So Butler's, that one was 22. The highest was Eberhardt with 63. The next one was Barry Hill with 43, his longest. Katoy had a 30-yarder McInnes had a 28. Hatcher had a 25. So every single one of them. I mean, not Horvath, but every single one of them had over 20-yard catch. So, I don't know what a big play is. Is a big play 20 yards or 30 yards? Or
I think it's over 30, isn't it?
is it over 30?
I think it might be. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Might be 30 for a pass and 20 for a run.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Yeah. So those were all passes that I just talked about. So, but Warren says, I felt like the team played a little safe, not wanting to get injured, but our special teams played great. Blake says catches over 30 are considered a big plays. Run over 20. Okay, thanks, Blake. All right. This next one here is an incomplete pass by Rourke. Yeah. 2nd and 9. Oh, yeah.
Looking for 19 again there, Gregory.
Yeah. So 19 was being targeted a lot. So it was good that I picked Everhart for my fantasy. All right. And this next one here was what we were talking about earlier. This is the fumble with a Betts recovery. So, okay, let's look here. So the ball was fumbled right here.
All right.
Actually, Daniel says he was open more. So he was saying Everhart was open more. So that's why he was being targeted. Yeah, good point. So it was fumbled here. It falls to the ground. At this point, Betts is right here. So we could see Betts is right there lying on top of people. Let's go further. He sees the ball, so he jumps and leaps at it. And at this point, his knee touches the ground here. And he's in contact with Saskatchewan players, and his knee's touching the ground.
Was it?
Yeah, like right here.
I don't know. It's
His
a
knee's on the ground.
shadow. It's hard. I mean, I just.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's black. There's a shadow.
Yeah, his knee's on the ground. Yeah, like here, you can see it. Right? See, I'm moving it around, and his knee's still on the ground, so it hasn't
okay,
moved.
yeah,
Right?
knees on the ground. But he's got the ball with the knee on the ground.
Yeah, he's got the ball knee on the ground, and there are green jerseys touching him all over. So maybe that's
but
why.
There's no.
So they're saying that's down by contact, knee on the ground, and he's contacting an opposition player's foot who's lying away from him.
Yeah. That's not down by contact.
Yeah. So,
like, there's not like someone coming in and tagging him on the body.
Yeah, they don't even know he has the ball, right? So
exactly.
Yeah.
So how can that be down by contact? I don't know. Anyways, that's.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, to me, is that. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, if that's in the rule book.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
okay,
I'm guessing that's what they're looking at. So.
Well, I mean.
Yeah. All right.
To me, is if that's down by contact. Or down. Okay, this.
Tommy says silly rule. Yeah.
So
we don't know if it's a rule, Tommy.
Roll the rest.
I'm just saying maybe that's what they're calling. I haven't looked at the rule books. I don't know.
Yeah. Roll the rest then, Roland, since we're already here.
So this one, they have a turnover on downs.
You just didn't. Yeah, you didn't go further on that. Okay.
So that was this was a good stand, right? We needed to get the ball back, and we were able to get the ball back on a 3rd and 1. Okay, and then this is a 43-yarder to Berry Hill. That's beautiful.
I love Berry Hill's move.
Yeah. Okay, and then this is
the fumble.
Yeah, this is the Hatcher.
Such a dumb move.
Yeah.
First down.
Yeah. So, Rourke goes all the way and tries to tackle him, but just not enough not enough time there.
Almost caught him.
Almost
Campbell's like the fastest DB.
Yeah. So here's the replay, right? So first off, like what Arthur said, right? He already made the first down. So if it looks like there's going to be people, doing a goal line stand right there, if he wants to go through it, fine, but don't go in backwards. Like, you got to see them. You got to know what's happening.
Safety the ball as a veteran, you got it. And he knows that those are green guys in the end zone.
Yeah, he can see them. He can see them, right?
Yeah,
so
because he was the short guy, right?
Yeah, so he's gotten the first down. He wants a touchdown. Great. I don't blame him. Go for the touchdown, but do it safely. He turns his back, so now he can't see them.
Well, did he turn his back, or did that guy grabbing his foot spin him, or is he trying to spin out of that move?
It was because of the guy grabbed his leg, so he
was trying to spin, I think. But then again, Saskatchewan DBs closed a lot quicker on our receivers than the other way around.
True. So then he tries to lift the ball up to break the line.
To break the play.
I would have went lower.
Now your argument comes into play, Roll. He has no idea who's behind him, so why are you lifting the ball up?
I would have went lower. I would have like lowered down.
But then he's risking by contact on the goal line. But then again, you got some cracks at it from there, because was that second down?
No, I mean, he made the first down.
Well then just go down. Then go down. You should know that.
Yeah, you just go to the ground and see what you get. If you somehow get it, if you don't, then well.
Yeah, this was a 2nd and 10, but he already got the first down, right?
Yeah.
So, but what Arthur is saying, keep the ball on your chest and use your body to push backwards, right?
Shield.
So he's looking at the goal line as he's coming in. He's looking. He sees where the goal line is.
Yeah. But the ironic thing is that the ball actually hits his helmet here.
and he fumbles it off his helmet.
Yeah, it hits his helmet, and then that's when he loses control.
I think the guy spearing him in the back of the head had something to do with it too.
Okay.
And that should be a helmet. I read that somewhere.
That's a jarring on his head, so that's what knocks the ball out. I think if he's lifting it up here, he's not going to headbutt it out of his own hands. His hands are too strong.
I mean, they should get that.
Look at the whiplash on his head, or the forward whiplash.
That's not right. So I'm like, I don't know.
And I mean, if that green guy's not leading with his head, I'm sorry.
So what's the rule on breaking the plane? Is it the white stripe has to break the plane, or the tip of the football?
Just any part of the ball breaks the plane.
Like the tip of the football.
Any part of the ball. So
don't you think the tip of the football has broken the plane already?
Well, I think so he has control here, and then by the time it gets to here, it hits his helmet, and he loses control.
It's still control.
So I think here he loses control. You can see the ball rotating. He's
still in control.
No, the ball's rotating.
Jostle.
The ball's
still
rotating.
In control.
The ball's rotating here, so that's no longer control.
Well, no, it's just riding up his helmet.
Yeah, that's not control anymore. It's
it just rides up your helmet.
No, if it's riding up his helmet, it won't be rotating. So it was rotating.
That means he doesn't have the strong grip on it anymore because it's But again,
I mean, I think right there you could argue
spearing.
Yeah.
You could argue. I mean, I agree with you. Spearing in the head-to-head, helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yep.
You could argue that tip broke the plane right before it. I think it rotates, but you still had both hands on the ball. How about that, Roland?
Yeah, I don't know.
But okay, the whistle was blown because that official maybe thinks it breaks the plane. But then again, somebody should be throwing a flag. Either way, the line should be getting 3 cracks from the one. Yeah. With the roughing, with this unnecessary roughness call, whatever. I mean, the lines, they got lucky with the break, the call based on what happened. But no, that should have been a call for that hit, helmet-to-helmet hit.
So it looks like our viewers are split on this too. Tommy says, looks like a TD. Blake says, it's a Lions TD. Warren says, FFS it is. What's FFS?
I mean, we all have orange-colored glasses
for heaven's sakes.
Okay. We all have orange-colored glasses on, right?
Cuman says it was short.
We're saying that should be like automatic first down, rough. Like that's a 15-yard misconduct penalty on Saskatchewan. It could have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
If I'm wearing green glasses, it's a touchdown the other way. So the officials are like, well, what can we do here? Like,
They missed the player safety call. That's the
yeah,
bottom
they
line
missed
for
a
me.
player safety
Yeah.
call.
Nathan says this call was payback for the Betts fumble recovery. Daniel agrees it's a penalty here. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think it's spearing right here, right? He's not even looking up, right? Leading with the top of his head, helmet to helmet.
Yeah, I thought you're supposed to like wrap. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and where's his arms? Are his arms coming up?
No, the
Yeah,
arms haven't even
it-
touched that. Like you see
No,
a
I think his
shadow,
hand,
right?
his hands are on the torso.
Yeah.
I think there's a glove there. I see. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not.
It's not touching it.
It's
It's
not
about to wrap.
touching him. So
Yeah.
like, I don't get
So-
it. Man.
So yeah,
I don't get it. And that's what I don't like about the CFL officials. They don't explain.
No.
Not enough.
Well, that was an explanation because the whistle blew. We had no idea what was going on.
No,
so
like
we're
they
just,
don't
you know,
explain this part.
No.
well, they didn't even call it. They didn't call the penalty, right? So, Tommy says they gave Hatcher a TD later that looked like the ball hit the ground, so it's kind of evened out. Okay, we'll go over that later. I think that one is a definite TD though.
Yes.
I think
yep.
that's a TD.
Hands
Yeah,
are
his
under it.
hands are in.
And that's the other call I couldn't remember, Arthur. The one that would have most games that would have been called incomplete because the other team would
Really?
have challenged it. Yeah, we would have been robbed on that one. Let's be honest.
I mean, if it was Winnipeg or Saskatchewan, they would have got the call, though, right?
Oh, if it was, yeah,
It
or
was Kenny Lawler.
yep. Well, we saw that game with Kenny Lawler. It was definitely on the ground. They gave it him. He gave him that catch. That was
That's
our.
true. It bounced on the ground.
Yeah,
and they
it
still gave
bounced,
to
so
him.
they called it.
Oh man.
No, because again, this play here, should the replay center not be getting involved for the player safety perspective,
I mean,
or was it a scoring play? Because there
they
was
did
a
review
whistle
it.
that was blown.
They did review it.
I mean,
so-
player safety should be like that's. I don't know. I don't get it.
Okay, let's move on. So, next play here is another McGee play for Greg. This one was a 31-yard punt return.
31 yards.
So, they got the ball on the 3-yard line because the ball was the whistle was blown, and I think it was a 2-and-out. They punt, and then we returned the ball up to the 35, 36-yard line. So that's pretty good.
Looks like your friend Seven there, Greg, had a better game than Alfred.
Yes, he did.
Oh, I know that was hard for you to say.
Not as hard as me to say anybody else. Somebody's the GOAT.
Yeah.
This was easy.
All right. Warren says, "I love a return game so much." Okay, Greg,
Okay,
you
Warren, we
need-
need to talk.
Okay,
Or was
okay,
that sarcasm
Warren.
like
Greg
Blake?
won't agree with you, but
Oh.
the whole year he's been like upset at McGee.
So it's Warren when we disagree with him and Gene when we agree with him, right? Right, Greg?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Daniel says, "Finally, Lions got a punt returner."
Okay, Daniel, we really need to talk.
All right,
Dan,
so
you
this-
can't hide. We know who you are. That's not your burner account.
I mean, he did what he went outside for a change and just took his chances beating the corner.
Warren has all smiles. Tommy says, "Never trust a returner wearing 77."
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
it's funny. I was telling Arthur earlier today. I was watching the second year First and Now podcast with the Aiden Eberhart interview, and he's like, Nick Qualls goes, "Yeah, 77. That's like a bubble jersey, Well, Seven's managed to stay on this bubble a long time, but I do agree. Don't trust that a bubble jersey."
Q-Man says, "A return game is awesome for one game." All right, so
The
this
bar's
play
pretty
here,
low, but yeah, okay.
Talking about Eberhard, this is another Eberhard play.
That's what Nate, a little Deke.
Yeah,
So the Saskatchewan tackling was good, and then that one, thank goodness, it wasn't.
yeah.
That's good.
So Nathan was scrambling. He threw the ball to Eberhard, and he does a deke right here.
Nice juke, little
Yeah.
juke,
Little juke, yeah.
turn around.
Warren says, "It's more consistent than it has been. I'm not saying it's awesome, just saying it's better." Yeah, absolutely, it's been better, the return game. So,
But
with
again,
that
the
move-
bar has been set pretty low for awesome. I will agree, it is better. But
with that
again,
move, he goes through 3 guys here, and then this is where I said earlier I wanted to show Una. This is Una right here. So our right
Pushing
guard,
the pile.
our right guard coming up here and pushing the pile and making sure that Eberhard goes through the goal line. So I thought that was
He has one hand on on Aiden, just pushing him in.
yes, exactly. Just the momentum of all his weight running at full speed.
Well, you know what? He probably was saving some energy for that versus his pass protection.
Yeah. So I wanted to, show you that, one good thing, right?
Yeah, great hustle. You got to give him props for that.
Yes. So Q-Man says, the 70s are tight ends, but no more tight ends in CFL. I mean, there's no like position player for a tight end, but they still line up as tight ends, right?
Well, the last great 77 we had was Mike Trevathan. I don't know if anybody remembers that. He's a great slot back.
Yeah. Great TD, says Daniel. Warren says, it has been so bad so long, the return game. Yes. A little bit distributist. I think it's your first time with us. Welcome, a little bit. Bring on 2027.
2027?
Great hustle, Tommy Under says. 2027. Nathan says, Trevathan was one of my favorite as a kid.
Yeah, he was another one of those gritty, gutty receivers. Him and Matt Clark, 85 and 77. Good duo we had here.
All right. So a couple more highlights here. This was a Betts sack. So he blows right through and gets the sack. So I'm glad that he was able to get that.
Yeah, I just wish it was Mayer. I mean, sorry, Harris.
This
Not
was.
I'm just glad we didn't get called for roughing the passer.
Yeah, that too.
This was a Kotoy 30-yard pass and catch.
Yep.
Good hands, Kotoy.
This was the Hatcher touchdown here. So Rourke basically just pitches it. And here we can see
that was first and goal from the 7. Yeah, so he could have ran it for 3 yards. And...
yeah.
Could he not have thrown it? No, I guess not.
No,
he was not in the right stand. So he catches the ball here. So he's secured here. So I think at this point I would say it's secured, right?
Yeah. And
then his hands are between the ground and the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's secured, and then he does a tumble, and that's when the
tip goes in, but it's not moving at all. Like they have another angle, and it did not move.
Yeah. Daniel says, remember him? Keyman says 78 Harry Holt.
Oh, Harry Holt, yes.
Yeah. And Daniel says that was a catch as well. Okay. Yeah, I think there might be another angle. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, this angle is better. So.
Right here, that's a catch.
Yeah. So he secures it under his hands and against his chest. So I think at this point, I would consider that secured.
Because you can see him lift the ball to his chest and then his arms stay there. But that you would almost want to see him use the helmet in this case. Push it up against the helmet and then hold it there. Then there's no doubt because you can see it squished up here.
Yeah, so here it hasn't touched yet, but the ball hasn't touched the...
Nope, and you can see his hands.
Yeah, the ball hasn't touched, but you can see there's still space here between the ball and the ground, and he secured it. So I think that's a touchdown. Warren says, I now feel better about the Hatcher TD. Tommy says, I take it back. That's a catch. Yeah.
That's it. Roland proving everybody. Showing the goods.
All right. So the ref agrees with us. All right. And then last highlight here. So we go for 2. And that was...
No doubt about this one.
That was a pass to Hatcher as well. Even this guy was celebrating on the billboard there.
Len Drugs guy, yeah.
All right, so those are all the highlights. But all in all, a good game. I like I said earlier, right? Some of the Saskatchewan fans saying, "Why are we celebrating? We're just playing against their second stringers." But it was still a great. Looking at the big picture, right? From a season perspective, from a adversity perspective, it's a huge win. Warren says, "Yep, it is. I was so ready to debate this." Okay, that was the touchdown catch. Daniel says, "Don't listen to those Riders fans."
Where's Wayne? Or is Wayne upset because they lost and he's not here?
He predicted a BC win.
Oh, he did.
He
Okay.
wanted the Stamps to come here.
Yeah, and he wanted us to go to Saskatchewan for
Oh, okay.
finals. All right. So now let's since Arthur mentioned predictions, Warren says thank you again for going through the highlights, guys. You're very welcome, Warren. It was good. It's good to celebrate some of these little things and to see all the details too, right after the game. Okay, so let me bring up. Okay, these were our predictions of how this game was going to turn out. I was a lot more optimistic in terms of how many points. Final score was what, Greg?
27-21.
27-21. So a lot
Right
of
in
us
between
were,
Greg and I.
yeah.
I don't even remember what I predicted.
Greg said 24-21. So actually, that's pretty close. You were off by 3.
So was Arthur.
On PC.
That's what means by right in between.
But
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
but isn't the win closest without going over? I think that's how game shows work.
It's redefining the rules.
Price is right.
Yeah, closest without going over. But okay. Oh, Nick was Arthur. That's right. Oh wow, there we go.
See, Nick knows who to follow.
Well, that's because he doesn't want to sing.
Wow.
Price is right. Rule
We
says
feeling to
Tommy.
see that.
All right. Okay. So I'll pass the time to Arthur. Arthur, you want to run us through?
Yeah. All right. So another off screen, Roland had a nice spirited chat regarding how I did not like some of these mean nothing games in the CFL where I'm watching QB2 versus QB2. And I'm like, this is bad. This is just like watching preseason NHL hockey. And Roland was always going back to me and saying, well, NFL's, you got the same kind of thing. And I'm like, so anyways, so Roland was waving his Canadian flag pretty heavy. Of course, I respect Roland for that tremendously. So Roland, who is your Canadian player of the game?
Canadian player of the game. I think.
Yeah, you only have really one choice.
Yeah, I think because, Courtois had 404 for 58 yards. McInnes had 3 out of 5 for 28 yards. So he didn't.
You could go for the young safety again.
Oh man, yeah. Well,
4 interceptions in 4 games.
Yes, Finland.
But one person had 368 yards passing.
Yes. The only I wish if he had only had another 8 yards, he would have surpassed Bo Levi this season. So that was really, really close. But the team wasn't playing for that; they were just playing for the win, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think for that I'm going to give it to Nathan because he was so close to having, to overtaking Bo Levi. I still think he's going to win the MOP. I can't see how you can give this to Bo Levi after how Nathan played.
Yep.
So for that, I'm going to give Canadian to Nathan Rourke.
A very solid choice. Gregory, you love the unsung hero,
Yep.
the underappreciated, the underpublicized person, the underdog among us. I think I know where this is going.
Oh,
Who is your unsung hero?
Well, we got to add not even unsung and underdog, but underutilized.
Yeah.
Undernoticed. Underthrown to.
Greg the Thesaurus is out.
Yes, I mean, come on. We all know it is our boy number 19, and I'll tell you, his parents were over the moon with his effort. I mean, come on, he got the game started better than you could ask for.
Yep.
Again, he was open. We talked about it before the game. He's gonna be probably forgotten by Saskatchewan. And Nathan found him, and look what happens when he gets the ball.
Yeah.
He makes things happen when he gets the ball. I don't know.
101 yards.
Yeah, and Arthur said he needs 100, so he heard Arthur, and he just usurped it by 1% just to make sure he got it to make Arthur happy.
Yep. 2 touchdowns. Awesome.
and the 2 touchdowns. And again, I don't know, like in the scheme of things, yardage wise, he was whatever. Now he's in the hopefully the top 15, but for yards per catch, he's got to be up there.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, when he gets them, they're clutch and they're usually chunk plays. But you just got to throw to him more, and good things happen.
Yeah, awesome.
Because now teams are going to have to account for him come playoff time.
Absolutely.
So,
all right. Good.
So there were big moments in that game, and I guess we have to have a big picture moment, don't we?
We do.
Arthur.
And I think the biggest picture, the most important decision that Ryan Rigg made and Neil McAvoy had to make this offseason was to instill a new attitude in this club.
Yes.
A new attitude, a new presence, a new toughness.
Yes.
And that starts with my pick is that decision was Buck Pierce.
Yeah.
Where as head coach and OC, as an OC, he's got the number 1 offense in the league.
Yes.
As a head coach, in his first year, look at what happened. And yes, it was a rough start. 1-3, 3-5, right? Did not look good. Lost back-to-back, lost season series against Saskatchewan, Winnipeg. We're like, oh my, not looking good. You lose to Ottawa, you're like, oh my goodness. You lose to Toronto, you're like, oh my goodness. So, but like I said, in the second half, I thought they were going to turn it around. That was my preseason prediction. And they turned it around and surpassed my expectations. Went in line with Greg's. Another props to Greg. Greg, we'll be giving you bouquets for the next few weeks on this, your predictions. But yeah, Buck Pierce, new attitude, adversity, and how you see those post-game winning clips in the locker room.
Yeah.
And he's fired up, man. And he's bringing attitude. I think he's bringing intensity. He's intense. The previous guy, it's not the same.
Yeah.
So I think that toughness is starting to rub off.
Yeah.
And I think that was
one thing I always hear him say in the locker room too is that stay humble. We're not finished yet. There's still a lot more.
And learn from this.
Yeah, a lot more to learn from this, right? So we haven't arrived. Even if you won big, there's still a lot of room for improvement. And I think that attitude is tremendous, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the environment too, because he says we've got one more week to enjoy being together as a family, which is what it's all about. We have one more week to enjoy it. Let's keep that enjoyment going, right?
Yeah. So let me read some comments. So Daniel says, all in all, guys, Lions have to step it up starting against Calgary. Their best games of the year have to be played starting now. Yeah, absolutely.
And right from the opening kickoff, right from the opening whistle, all 3 units have to be playing a game right away.
Yeah, playoff ball has to be at the next level. So absolutely. Warren says, if the online does their job, our offense is unstoppable.
Agree.
I absolutely agree. Daniel says, but our defense, I am still worried about. And Warren says, 100% I'm worried too. Yeah, our defense was looking good. And then this game, we kind of backed off a bit.
A bit. But again, we couldn't get any heat on Harris. I think that's what the problem was. I don't think it was our scheme. We just, again, unless they can figure out how to make an in-game adjustment, because, should we go up against them again? If we can't get any pressure on Harris, there better be an adjustment, right?
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
And they're running the ball a lot, or they're doing a short passing play. You're not going to get to Harris.
Yeah.
You're not going to get to him.
And at 39 years old, I'm sure they want to protect him to the utmost. So then you got to start pounding on Ouellette. But again, Roland's pregame thought, we need to be the hammer. The defense was definitely the nail for the first half of the game.
Yeah. Just Believe. I think it's your first time with us, Just Believe, or at least the first time I've seen your comment, so welcome. To be honest, we didn't even deserve to win that game. Hatcher didn't catch that ball, and that fumble was blown down. Shouldn't have been blown down. Nobody even heard the whistle. Okay, maybe you joined us late, Just Believe. We touched on all of these points actually earlier, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. Just released says CFL scriptwriters were cooking. Thank you, refs.
Okay, who's Just Believe and who does he believe in? We need to have a chat with
Maybe there's a green. It believes in green.
Yeah, sure looks like it.
Okay.
That's all right.
No worries.
Maybe it's Wayne.
I don't think it's me. All right. So now it's
Prediction time.
Yeah.
Greg, you're
Prediction
first.
time.
Oh.
Against Calgary.
Nah, I'm a stamp.
Stamp.
Oh, okay.
Get it.
Calgary.
All right, Greg.
Oh, okay. Pack Dome. I'm going to predict a Lions victory. That I can say.
You have BC winning the Grey Cup, by the way. I just want to let you know.
I do?
Yes, you do.
I must have hit my head.
And this is preseason.
Preseason, yeah.
Prediction.
Oh, Just Believe it's a Stamps fan. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
I saw that.
I can see why. Yeah.
Yes.
37.
37. Woo.
Yep. 37 because we're in the dome, so we're a little faster. 37. 31. It's going to be close. Yeah, BC. It's going to hurt. It's going to be close because eventually VA is going to dial it in and not be overcome by moments. I'm not going to say overcome by the moment because just certain spots, but there's going to be a time, and this might be when he pulls it in and we have to really gut it out. 37-31.
All right. We have a prediction from Warren as well. 32-25.
Yeah, well, I'll get to that. Wait a second. Oh, boy. 32-25. Jeem.
And Daniel says 35-22.
These guys are stealing my thunder. But so far, you haven't gotten what I guessed. All right. My prediction is 32-20 British Columbia.
32-20. Ooh, a little more convincing.
Yeah, we're at home.
Okay. So the first time we met Calgary, we beat them 52-23. Second time we met them, we beat them 38-24.
So we backed off big time.
Yeah. Oh, Just Believe says 34-27. Stamps.
Is he going to do K-pop if he lose? Just asking. Just asking.
Man, I'm not
I don't know if you know Just Believe, but Greg had
Just Believe.
Greg had to do that. So okay, let me think.
And it's B, like he's like a bee lover.
Yeah, B, and he says, "What's K-pop?" Okay, he must be in the prairies. I didn't know what it was either. Just Believe. Don't worry.
Okay, but Greg learned it pretty quickly.
Cows or anything. All right, great. All right, rolling.
Okay, I'm going to say. I'm going to say 35. 35-24. Just Believe. Yes, K-pop Demon Hunters. That's
35-24.
For BC, of course.
Well, come on. I do have to ask, but I kind of knew.
Come on.
I kind of knew, but just gotta ask. Sometimes,
Yes. Yeah, Just Believe. Greg had to sing and dance the K-pop Demon Hunters song when he lost his predictions.
I was the only one that bet against the Lions for 1 week, and I got to do K-pop. Wow. Oh, no, I think I did 3 weeks in a row I bet against the Lions. That's right.
Yes, absolutely. It was golden.
Yeah, you bet against them 3 weeks in a row, and they won every game.
Yes. It was the song Golden, yes. But I must say that clip on social media got a lot of views.
Lordy. And the music cut out on me too.
Beam loves that song. It's a very catchy song.
Not when Greg sings it, but
it wasn't catchy at all.
Yes. All right. So those are all the predictions. All right. It's 9:44, so we're a little bit over time tonight, but it's fun. We get a playoff game. If you haven't bought your tickets and you're planning to go, get your tickets. We want we want to fill that up, fill the stadium up, and I think Doman for everything that he's done for the team. I think it's great that he's getting an extra game. Just believes the stamps are going up, up, up. Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
Daniel says, we will see you guys Saturday. Yes. Just believes says, when is next live? This was fun. Every Sunday. We're on every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. I just believe. Great to have you here.
Welcome.
We have a regular stamps, a regular writers fan who's joining us. He's not here today, Wayne. So now we have you as well as a stamps fan. So that'll be great.
And we love VA here, guys. We still love VA here.
We love VA.
Class guy, class player.
Yeah. Nathan says, see you guys.
Nate, you got a prediction? I didn't see a prediction there.
No, that's true. He's afraid to do the K-pop dance.
As long as you bet against the Lion, you're the only one. And they actually win.
Yeah.
Wow, Just Believers is he still has Bo. Whoa.
Oh. I don't know. You don't think VA? I don't know. I think I would pick VA over Bo still.
Well, really? Ooh. But Bo was gonna do it in Saskatchewan. I think he rediscovered himself under the.
He did.
Milanovic offense.
He did, but I don't know how many years Bo has left in him. I think VA's got a longer runway, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, and he's doing really good damage with Lawler. That's really opened up the whole offense, right? So I don't think he had I don't think like Bo Levi had a Kenny Lawler in his prime in Calgary in those last years. Bagleton's a different type of receiver.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a prediction from Nathan.
I got that.
21.
Yeah.
Just Believe says VA blew that last game against the Lions with the interception. Yeah, I think that's if VA can learn to not force things when he's under pressure. I think that will help a lot. I think that's one of the weaknesses we see in VA, even when he was here, right? When he gets into this mode where he feels that he has to carry the whole game on his shoulders, that's when he starts making mistakes. So if he can tweak that, I think that would fix a lot of things.
Yeah, let's just tweak it against a different team in a different year.
Not next week. But
well, I think Reggie would help massively, and that's a massive loss.
Yeah,
Bagleton.
Yeah.
So, and they've done. I mean, Calgary's done really well considering Bagleton was lost week 1. So.
Yeah, I mean they discovered Roberts. They discovered Johnson. No, Jones. Sorry.
Well, no, I mean it's Brooks. It's really Brooks
yep.
and Barnes with getting deep, and then of course they have the Moose. Alfred got deep. I mean he did some damage
to Saskatchewan early. That one game. Oh.
Yeah. So it's.
Yeah, Just Believe live 8:30 Pacific. Yeah, that's right. So that'd be 9:30 if you're in Alberta. All right, let's call it a night then. 9:48. Thanks guys for hanging out with us. It was fun. Next week's gonna be, or I guess it's this week now. It's gonna be a very tough game. Like what Daniel said, we gotta take it to the next level. Every single game now. Daniel says tickets are going fast. Well, guys, I have heard. All right, so those of you local who are planning to watch a game, hope to see you guys there. All right, take care, everyone. Have a good evening. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time. Okay, take care, guys. Good night.
Take care.
Going up, up, up.